from my heart and from my hand. Why don't people understand my intention?
Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. So, welcome to a very hot and sticky Netherlands. It's been like this for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Above 30 degrees, 80 to 90% humidity, which makes it pretty hard work. Anyway, we're not here to talk about the weather, we're here to talk about what's been happening with the EV Clubman over the last 1,500 kilometers, which we've now covered. So yeah, let's get on with it. Just want to stop the video there for a moment and let you know that any donations or ad revenue generated by this channel is actually being given towards cancer counselling charities that are helping families that have received a cancer diagnosis get through difficult times. So any help from your side, donations, or just watch the video to the end is highly appreciated. And you know, from my side, thank you so much for the support so far. So let's talk about some of the usage. I mean, 1,500 kilometers in this platform, I think gives me enough position to have an opinion and certainly give me a good opportunity to make some changes after the initial build. Now, when we did build the car, wait for the truck to pass. When we did build the car, originally we put coilover springs front and rear on this car with a 250-pound compression spring. However, although the rear has been performing well with the battery weight, on the front that spring compression rate seemed like it was overkill. And in fact, in some situations when the car was on a cambered corner, you could actually feel one of the wheels skipping. So we've actually lowered the compression rate on the front. It's now got a 220-pound compression spring on the front and a 250 on the rear, and it seems to have balanced the car out quite nicely. Now, as far as the rest of the changes that we've not actually made that many changes. Obviously, at the moment, the dial cluster is not working correctly because we're waiting for the guys at electricmini.nl to make the necessary changes so we can keep the original dials and not use the digital dial. One of the other tests that we have been doing is making ourselves comfortable with range. I mean, we all hear about range anxiety when it comes to EVs, and this kit originally is supposed to deliver around about 250 kilometers of range. Now, on and off for the last month, we've been using this almost as a daily driver, doing 30 kilometers every day, no issues, been charging absolutely fine. We've took it on a couple of long runs, 120, 150 kilometer ranges, just to make sure that we're getting correct readings, and that's all been working fine. Now, it has to be said, obviously it's the Netherlands, so the, should we say, the rise and fall rate of altitude is somewhere between -5 meters below sea level to plus 60 or 70 meters above sea level, which is not a fantastic range as such, but nevertheless, it confirmed that the car was absolutely capable of 220, 240 kilometers in range. So we're really happy with that. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we've had quite a hot period and it led to some surprises. So I just quickly flipped to this other video to explain a little bit better of what was going on. So we've been having a bit of a problem trying to charge the electric car over the last few days. It's been above 30 degrees for a couple of days now, but every time I come to try and plug in the car to charge it, it's tripping down to the 6 amp setting and I'm getting a fault light. Now I'm assuming this is something to do with the heat, but yeah, it's a bit concerning that you can't charge the car if the temperature is above 30 degrees. So as you saw from that video, we were having problems when the temperature was in the 32 to 35 degree range and having high humidity, 80–90%. The car would only accept a 1 hour charge, which wouldn't exactly give you the full battery capacity. Now, I've been in contact with the guys at electricmini.nl and they've been fantastic trying to diagnose what the issue is. At this point, we're not sure whether it's related to the charging box that I have on the wall, the mobile charger for domestic power, or whether it's something to do with the inverter. And it's noticeable that the inverter has a very small fan, so maybe in these types of conditions it's not quite cooling the car quick enough to accept its full charge. Nonetheless, outside of that, happy with the range, happy the way that the car is handling and driving, and it's certainly become a very useful daily driver, because with the cost of fuel at the moment, it's only costing me €2.75 to charge the car fully, and that lasts me around about 2 weeks of general running about 20 to 30 kilometers per day of daily use, which is outstanding. Anyway, we've still got some more updates to come on the car as we're using it more and more, and certainly there'll be another update when we've got the retro dials in place and we've got rid of the digital screen. But for the moment, yeah, this is just a quick update, keeping you informed of how this kit is performing over time. 1,500 kilometers done, and you'll certainly get a next update when we've added some more kilometers to that. So for the moment, thank you guys for watching, take care and talk to you soon.